What if Gohan decided to train throughout the 7-year gap? Welcome to this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z Discussion, where we do weekly discussion about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Today's discussion will be about what if Gohan decided to train throughout the 7-year gap? How would this affect Dragon Ball Z? Because the Gohan we know, he gave up on training. He decided not to train at all because he thought that the world's at peace, and he decided to go and live his life as a normal schoolboy. But what if Gohan decided to not go to school at all and spend throughout his whole life just training and trying to become stronger throughout the 7-year gap? How would this change Dragon Ball Z, and how would this change Gohan? So that's why I made a discussion based on this, and I have a couple theories of what would have happened if Gohan trained throughout the 7 years, and I believe that a lot of history would have changed inside Dragon Ball Z if Gohan decided to train for the 7-year gap. So guys, let's get to the discussion. Alright guys, so here's what I think what would have happened if Gohan trained for the past 7 years straight. But if he trained for the past 7 years, he would have unlocked that power himself. And I'm talking about training like he did inside the Hyperbolic Time Chamber training. If he did that intense training in that 7 years, he would have unlocked the mystic power. Now, before we move on, I want to throw out the fact that although Gohan trained for 7 years will bring him amazing power, I believe that Gohan would not be able to go Super Saiyan 3. Because, first of all, Gohan is not Goku. He does not have the same will as Goku does, and he does not train the same way as Goku does. And for that, he would not have been able to go Super Saiyan 3, because if you look at it, Vegeta is a good example. He trained for the past 7 years straight while Gohan became soft and went to school. Vegeta was at home training, and not just himself, he was training Trunks too to become strong, and both him and Trunks trained for the past 7 years to become strong. And within that 7 years, Vegeta himself couldn't achieve Super Saiyan 3. If Vegeta couldn't do that, I'm pretty sure Gohan would not become Super Saiyan 3. Reason why Goku was able to go Super Saiyan 3 is because Goku spent his 7 years training inside Grand Kai's palace. So having said that, Gohan would not have been able to go Super Saiyan 3. Even if he had Goku's will, he does. So back to the discussion, like I said, if Gohan trained for 7 years, then by Spalpovish, he was paralyzed by Supreme Kai. But if Gohan had his mystic power, then I believe that he would not have been paralyzed by Supreme Kai because he would have been strong enough to break through the paralyzation and attack Spalpovish. But let's just say that Supreme Kai's paralyzed was strong enough to hold Mystic Gohan down, then he would have just got his power drained like in the episode, and they would have gone to search for Majin Buu. And talking about Majin Buu, another thing that would have changed, I believe, is that Gohan, if he trained for 7 years and had his mystic power, then Vegeta would not become Majin Vegeta. Now, I know a lot of you guys wondering, like, what the hell am I talking about? What does Gohan has to do with Vegeta becoming Majin Vegeta? Well, if you look at the manga and the anime, then you would know that the only reason why Vegeta became Majin in the first place is because King Deborah saw how angry Vegeta got at Gohan for being weak, and he saw that Vegeta had a potential evilness inside him, and he has some potential to go under Babi's spell. But if Gohan trained through the past 7 years and he ended up finding Deborah, he would have killed King Deborah, and therefore Vegeta would not become Majin because no one would have the idea to get him under the spell, and I believe he would not lose his cool. He would have been there all cool, not getting angry, showing the evil inside him to give a potential that he could be under a spell. Having said that, if Vegeta did not become Majin, then Goku and him would not probably fight like they did inside the anime and manga, and therefore Vegeta would not even leap to his death. Another good point to point out is that if Gohan kept training for the past 7 years, then he would have handled Majin Buu easily. If Majin Buu broke out, Gohan would have either killed Majin Buu or maybe killed Majin Buu while he was inside his shell with his Kamehameha Blast. The only reason Gohan could have there was because he wasn't strong enough to attack Majin Buu. But if he had his mystic power, Majin Buu would have been pulverized by Gohan. Now here is the con of what would have happened if Gohan trained for the past 7 years and he became Mystic Gohan. If Gohan trained and he ended up killing Majin Buu, then we would not be able to see Super Saiyan 3 Goku's transformation. Because if you think about it, the only reason why Goku even went Super Saiyan 3 in the first place was to stall Majin Buu so that Trunks could get the Dragon Radar. But if Gohan trained and killed Majin Buu, then Goku was not able to go and show off his power. Because the whole time, Goku's plan was to keep his Super Saiyan 3 powers hidden and not let no one find out. But the reason why he chose to go Super Saiyan 3 was to help protect Earth by stalling Majin Buu. so that Trunks will get the Dragon Radar. And imagine that, watching Dragon Ball Z with no Super Saiyan 3 transformation, that would have sucked, because to me, Super Saiyan 3 transformation is like one of the most epicest moment in anime history, and it's also one of the best moments in Dragon Ball Z. Another con would have been that if Gohan continued to train for the past 7 years and he killed Majin Buu, then Goku would have remained dead. Because if Gohan trained, the only reason why Goku came back was because of Old Kai. Old Kai gave him his life so that he could go to Earth and fight Super Buu with Gohan. But if Gohan already killed Majin Buu, then Goku wouldn't need to come back, and Goku would remain dead. And if Goku remained dead, then we will not see the fight between him and Beerus, and we will not see no Super Saiyan God, and we will not even see no Super Saiyan 4. No GT would have happened if Goku remained dead. Even though GT is non-canon, I still like to point that out. Having Goku remain dead would have been very pathetic and stupid. Another con of Gohan training and killing Majin Buu would have been, we would not see the fight with Vegito and Super Buu. So in other words, we would not even see Vegito. We will not see Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Vegito, and I believe that's one very big part in Dragon Ball Z. We would have missed that if Gohan killed Majin Buu, because the only reason why they used Vegito technique was because Goku and Vegeta had no option left except for using the Pretora rings, and they used that and they fused with each other. Another con I believe would have been that if they couldn't become Vegito, Goku and Kid Buu fight would not even happen. And the fight with Goku and Kid Buu was really awesome. That was like probably one of the best Dragon Ball Z fight. I had that inside my list, inside my video I made, and that's actually an epic fight. And if Goku didn't fight Kid Buu, we would not see Goku's ultimate. Now here's the pro of what would have happened if Gohan trained for the past 7 years. If Gohan trained, then he would have been able to kill Majin Buu, and therefore Vegeta would remain alive and not dead, because Vegeta only died by sacrificing himself to save the earth and trying to kill Majin Buu with him. Another pro would have been that Super Buu and Kid Buu would not be born. The only reason why Super Buu was born was because the evilness that Majin Buu had inside him, he spit that out, and therefore Super Buu was born, and he absorbed the good Majin Buu, which made him become Super Buu. And Kid Buu was because when Goku and Vegeta went inside Super Buu's body, they took out Fat Buu and he turned to Kid Buu. So that is all for today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think would have happened if Gohan trained for the past 7 years, and what would have changed inside Dragon Ball Z. Do you agree with what I said? Do you think that what I said was right? And also tell me, do you think Gohan would have still achieved Super Saiyan 3 even though he does not have the right atmosphere? Like I pointed out, I don't think he would achieve Super Saiyan 3 because he needs the atmosphere, and the best atmosphere was in the other world with Old Kai's palace. And also tell me, do you guys think that Vegeta would have became Majin Vegeta if Gohan trained for the past 7 years? Or do you think what I said was right, that Vegeta would not become Majin Vegeta? Let me know all this inside the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as usual, guys, have an insane day.
My name is Goku, and I'm from Earth. Don't blame me if I break you.